Now, when you first started coming out, your first album came out after Tupac got killed.
Right.
But well, I know your second album was called, Thug.com. Were you calling yourself a thug on your first album too?
The first album was called Based on a True Story.
Right, yeah, I know that. But I mean, were you calling yourself a thug during that time?
The Thug.com, to be honest, I think we slept on that. I believe a lot in faith, and I believe in karma, and I believe in being able to see the future. I believe I'm a visionary, and I saw the difference when I went to prison, how cell phones, before I went to prison, we had beepers. We had beepers when I could beep you and talk about something illegal by using 2 or 3 numbers. When I see we went from that to the cell phones, and from cell phones to digital TV, and wireless this and wireless that, I told Ted at Slip and Slide, I say, you see George Jetsons? Somebody had to vision that. Somebody had to believe in that to make a whole cartoon series based on computers and robots. I say, I give it 20 years, computers gonna control the world. And only thing we ever did was bought www.thug.com. We never thought about how the money was gonna be made off of it and all that. We just knew that what it was. And plus, we were so busy getting out fighting. We was fighting from the bottom. We was in a bucket of crabs and we was at the bottom. We were so busy getting our name out there, getting our story out there, getting our life and trying to stay off the hustling end of the streets till we were so busy surviving, we could never have, we didn't have time to invest, or we didn't have time to dream. We was living, you understand what I'm saying? We wasn't left. I don't know nobody who grandparents left them inherited. The only thing I inherited was a light bill, because they gave me a light bill once I got my first place from 1976. And I owed them $200 from 1976. And I told them I was 4 years old. I was no more than between 2 and 4 years old. Ain't no goddamn way this is my motherfucking bill. And I realized then the lights had been in all my brothers and sisters' names. So that's the only thing we inherited. So when we came out with the www. It was crazy. If you remember how I come on, we're not entering the first days or the last seconds or the last minute or something. But now you're online to www.thug.com. And then it's like, for the thug, And I'm like, the Luke speech at the BET Awards, I don't know if you caught it, but it almost made me cry. I actually teared up twice because I know his story. Because I grew up as a Pac Jam junkie. I grew up in the same projects him and Betty Wright grew up in. The same Poker Bean projects that they talk about on the first 48 that were all bets are off. The rules are totally different now, of course, but all he done for the youth, all he did for the kids, all he did for the city, what he did for music, and many people he helped pay their bills over the years, as many artists as he had signed that sold platinum and gold albums and records, he never was nominated. And I wasn't either, believe it or not. With 3 platinum, 2 gold albums, I never been fucking nominated. But that's why, and take it to the house, I was like, play my shit. And I remember going East Coast first time doing interviews. They didn't even have my record. They was interviewing me and they was at the break. They was like, what's your name again? I'm like, man, let's get the fuck out of here. But I learned one thing. You have to get respect in your own house before you can walk outside and get respect in the streets. You have to get respect in them streets before you can get respected in that city. You have to get respected in that city before you can get respected in that county, and that's worldwide. Your radio station, the people who call all the shots in your town have to respect you before you can leave that city or that town or that state and get respect. So we have to stick together, man, as one, man. That's the only way it's gonna happen, man. It's us against everybody else.
Well, I remember when I first started hearing about Trick Daddy, the first album came out and I saw it circulating around. I didn't really listen to it. But then when the second album came out and Nann came out, that was the big hit.
And a lot of people, and believe it or not, a lot of people don't know what Nann means right now. Like
Really?
when girls come from New York, I'm like, I want to come see you. I'm like, who you with? Me and my girlfriend. I'm like, your girlfriend? Oh shit. We finna have a threesome. And she be like, no, this is my best friend, my friend girl. I'm like, okay. Down here, don't girlfriend mean you go together. You know what I'm saying? So they never to this day ask me, what does Nann mean?
What does it mean?
Nann mean nothing else, nothing like, nothing close to. That's what Nann. And I always ask girls, you got any churn? And they was like, what? Churn is short for children. And that's just my ghetto mentality. That's how we always did it down here.
Great song though, man. It's one of those timeless records, and that was the record that introduced Trina to the world.
And exactly. And Trina was saying the things way worse than Lil' Kim did it, because Lil' Kim did it with class. Trina did it from right here. You know what I'm saying? Fuck my 5 or 6 best friend, and then, and one of my favorite artists, Foxy, she never was that ghetto girl to me in my mind, because she finessed the mic so well. Trina just did it a whole totally different way. To every man, every girl wanted to be Trina, and every man wanted to be with Trina. If Trina was a Kardashian, she'll be the richest Kardashian.
So before Trina the rapper, Trina was actually dating your brother. Now you were messing with Trick's brother.
Mm-hmm.
Was that like a serious relationship, or you guys were just kind of?
Yeah, no, we were in a relationship. I was in high school. I think I was about to graduate, maybe like a couple months after. And yeah, I was in a real relationship. It was like kind of like a first relationship.
First love.
Yeah, and he was an amazing guy.
He was killed.
Yeah.
And he got shot how many times?
I have no idea, but it was.
I heard it was some insane number,
Yeah,
like
it was
30 times or
probably
something.
more. It was a crazy number of times. It was really horrific and really crazy. It was a very, very disturbing moment, that whole situation. I never really understood. I was really young, and I just didn't understand how somebody could be so great of a person and someone could do that. Like it was just a crazy thing.
My brother was brutally killed 5 months before I was released from prison. And that was my brother, old lady. I also knew Trina from grade school, middle school, from high school. So to put lyrics with our lifestyle, her personality, and my mindset, it was a no-brainer. And it was exciting after we released the record and we finally went on the road, because I used to argue with the label. They want me, go promote this, go perform the song, and that's promotion. And I used to be like, no, you make a fool of yourself if you go out there and you do a damn record and nobody don't know the record and they looking at you like this. I was like, let's make the record hot first. So we used to go out hand in hand passing out CDs. And years later, my true fans would be like, man, you the real one, man. You remember you actually, could you sign this? I'm like, what is that? That's something you had me 3 years ago. You had it to me. I want you to sign it. This means so much to me. And after those first couple of months, after we released that record and being on stage for about 30 minutes and then finally doing Nann nigga, and when it got to Trina part, the crowd didn't know what was going on. And I was like, well, my ladies, I need y'all to help me with this one. And Trina come out the back. Oh my God. We got the bitches back. And you know, that's the era where the niggas was following the bitches. Now a lot of niggas is more into they self than the women now. But that was the era that when the women were going, the dudes were sure going. We were going. We want to know, is it gonna be some hoes there? That was the question. And I think that was a brilliant start. And Trina been going and been holding it down pretty well as well. And we have other offsprings and other things that happen with slip and slide in the city and the state itself, in the whole South, from Texas to Louisiana and Mississippi, Georgia, and Alabama. We did a lot of things. We made a lot of noise, man. And I just appreciate all the support that the fans have given us, you know what I'm saying, all through all these years. And I want everybody that's listening, everybody that's watching this, I ain't no motherfucking what they call us? I can't even think of the fucking name. They call us old something.
Old heads?
Old head. I ain't no motherfucking old head, nigga. I got more Jordans than you, nigga. I'll never be a fucking old head, nigga. I'm a legend in this game. I'm the mayor. I'm the CEO and president of the Eat a Booty gang, nigga. I'll never be an old head, nigga.